Hello everybody and welcome back to Keep It Real, episode number 72. Yeah, 72. Not many left now, I don't think. Not many left now. Farming Simulator 25. I can't wait. I actually can't wait. The closer we get to it, the more and more excited I am to play it. I can't wait. Now, I'm walking straight down here because I made a bit of a boo-boo. And, yeah, I forgot to top up the cow food before I skip through into August. And yet we are now in August, so the crops should be ready to harvest, which is the main objective for the day. But I can't leave the cows. They're showing at 0 health, which is not good because obviously we have got enhanced animal mod on. They potentially they'll pass away, they'll disappear, they'll dwindle. So yeah, we can't be leaving them at 0 health. I don't believe I've lost any yet, so I might have got away with it, to be honest. I like how you can see the size difference between the fully grown and the kind of mid ones. Yeah, let's go. I don't think mid ones is the correct term, but there you go. Right. We're pretty desperate for food, so they're just going to have the rest of this hay. We've got nothing else. We might even have to buy... Oh, there you go. We might even have to buy some food today. Silage bales are quite pricey, so I might just feed them hay to see them through. Potentially, we might even sell them at some point, you know. This cow barn, this shed, we're going to have to get that final figure to see if we've made the end goal to buy the main farm. We're going to have to sell everything because it won't allow us to sell the land unless all of the placeables have been removed. So, yeah, what we will have to do is sell the cows. Either this episode or at least before we finish the series entirely. Again, I don't think, to be honest, there will be a huge amount of episodes left of this now. No, it's November 6th for me recording this now. I'm recording it on Wednesday. So at point of recording, it's only like 6 days and the new game's out. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Right, we'll just get all of this in here in a minute. I will go and check on the ducks in a moment as well. I have been topping up their food, so they're probably okay. Good, that will do. How much have they got? 4,652 litres. That will not even last the night, to be honest. Well, the month, I guess. The thing that's changed is we're now skipping a month rather than 3 game days per month. So that's why the food is suddenly going down ridiculously. Right, let's have a look at this though. They do definitely need food. Come on. There we go. Probably get a couple more of those in there. Good. So, main objective of the episode is going to be harvest. Now, we don't own a harvester, so we're going to have to go to the shop at some point, probably in a moment actually. Go to the shop and figure out which one we want to lease. And then, yeah, come back and get the trailer. But we will use the New Holland. I barely used that tractor. I bought it. I'm paying a lease for it. Barely used it. So we will do that today. Now, let's just have a sanity check really quickly. Wow. There's nearly 2,000 eggs there. Nearly. That's pretty good, isn't it? I think that's the most... Wow. That's the most amount of eggs we've had. This is the most amount of apples we've had as well. What were these again? 500 litres per pallet. Well, that's good. So 2, 4, 6,000 litres of apples we've got to sell as well. Good. That's a good little top up. And while I was down here looking at the cows, I didn't even look to see. I mean, surely they produce some milk. What have we got? 15,000 litres of milk. Wow. So all of these kind of little passive things now are becoming really good earners, aren't they? What are we looking at? We've got loads of tomatoes as well. And there's another 897 in the greenhouse ready to spawn. So tomato juice, are we thinking? Definitely tomato juice. Good. This is pretty good. And again, like I said, I mean, I will check the map view a minute. If I can find it. Here we go. I would imagine, yeah, ready to harvest. That's ready to harvest. And yeah, this is ready to harvest. Good. Wonderful. And I don't know. We need to be keeping an eye on this, don't we? Look, it's still discounted. It's worth £20,592. Actually, we keep monitoring that because this is going to be probably the first one to sell. If that goes to a good value. Yeah, at the minute, they all seem to be discounted a lot. Yeah. Whereas other fields, like that one right next to it, is worth more money. So yeah, it changes all the time. I think it even changes throughout the day as well. It's not like it's set for the entire month. It just constantly changes. So we will keep an eye on that. Now, we'll make our way to the shop, but we will go on foot. And like I said, when we get there, we've got to lease a harvester. Maybe I'll go for something a bit different to, I think it was a class we leased last time, so we won't do that again. Just like to be a bit different. And we'll, I don't know, maybe I'll drive to the field nearest the shop, so a little bit further along here, and set Terry's French cousin, Thierry, to start the harvesting for us. And then we'll walk back to the shop, jump in the New Holland, get the trailer ready, make sure it's fully maximised for capacity, because I don't want to be doing this drive back and forward too many times, that is for sure. Now I hope in the meantime, while I'm making this kind of tedious jog, I don't know how I can jump the fence, can I? Oh, I did. Wow, look at that. Like a basketball player then. Yeah, I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's doing good. It's nice to have that little bit of weight lifted off my shoulders without having to do the roleplay story mode. That is quite pleasant. Now, jump into here. Oh look, there's another man there. We've still got ours though, we don't need another one. Seeing as we're here and it loads us straight up into the used, we'll have a quick look. See, it's interesting, there's a header there, but we don't want to buy a header, do we really? No. Pretty big trailers. Pretty big. I mean, that holds 25,000. I don't think ours is much less than that, is it, really? 15, yeah, I mean, it's not worth spending the money, I don't think. Now, I was hoping maybe there'd be a cheap harvester in the shop then, but there wasn't, so it's fine. We're not going to buy a brand new one, that is for certain. What can we lease here? It's a little bit different. 2,300 litre capacity. Oh, that's got a good capacity, isn't it, that one? It's quite low on horsepower though. Is there anything else? No, not really. What's the bait? I used this in one of the roleplay story mode episodes. I quite liked it actually. It was a nice harvester. So 9,300 litre. Wow. I'm looking at all the specs thinking that's a good harvester. It's 265 grand. I know I'm going to lease it, but still. That's a lot of money, isn't it, to spend on leasing? Right, let's have a look. I reckon, I don't know. I don't want to put too much thought into this. But this looks like a good little one to go for. Yeah, there's no variations to engine. What's this going to cost us to lease? Yeah, £2,805. I think we can afford that now on this series. Let's do it. Vehicle has been leased. Now, we need to get a header to go with it, obviously. Oh dear, 4 metre header. Well, I'm not overly concerned because we are going to utilise Thierry to do the harvesting for us. The one advantage of a 4 metre header is it's not that much wider than the machine. So I can get away with not using a header trailer, I reckon. I reckon that's fair to say. I think it is quite likely, isn't it? Thinking realistically, I think it's quite likely that some harvesters do drive on the road with headers still attached. If they're this small, I would imagine. Now, it will let me connect that there like that. Great, but I do have to get out and connect the hoses and probably a PTO. No PTO, that's unusual. I'm assuming it's going to work. Yeah, it does work. Okay. This one doesn't have a PTO. I don't know what on earth is driving that header then. That's bizarre, isn't it? Right, so we'll make our way down here. Again, then this is walking distance back to... Well, I'm glad that guy stopped then. That would have ended badly, wouldn't it? Yeah, walking distance back to the shop, jump in the New Holland, drive back to the farm, grab that slightly irritating dolly trailer, and then start doing back and forward trips to the bottom. Obviously, we've grown canola in every field, and we've done that because we want to transform it. We want to produce some canola oil, or again, rapeseed oil is what we would know it as. Really, really common over here. It's the standard oil to use, really, from any supermarket. So, well, this would be a test. Yeah, look, see, even cars can get past us. So, yeah, I'm going with driving this down the road as being realistic. Right, I'm just going to do a round the outside, get the headland all done, and then we'll leave Thierry to it. I can also guesstimate actually how much we're going to make from this particular field. So those little weeds they're growing through, that's where I was skidding on the ground. Yeah, that's where the tyres were causing damage. In actual fact, there's probably not any crop that's grown there. Okay, right. What did we get there? So we got 307 litres from doing that. So, I mean, that's good. If we can get 1,200 litres then, from doing all 4 outside edges, gives me a good estimation for what's in the middle. Yeah, come out of this with, I don't know, what do we reckon? Guess now? The last time I guessed in that abandoned farm series, I guess pretty damn good. I keep forgetting there's a bale of straw there as well. Or hay? What is that? Straw. I'm going to say we're going to make 3,800 litres from this field. That's been very optimistic, but yeah, if the game's listening to me, the last time I guessed, I got it pretty much dead on right, bar 1%, I think. So yeah, I would appreciate it if it gives me 3,800 litres. Yeah, I might be asking for a bit too much, but we will see. You never know. Right, I've nearly done this. God, I forgot we had that roller. What I've learned through comments, through other people letting me know, through forums on Facebook, when it comes to rolling, when you're running precision farming, it's almost completely pointless. It kind of makes absolutely no difference. The amount of effort you put into doing the rolling compared to what you benefit is, it's not worth it at all. So I'm kind of glad I didn't waste any more time doing it on any other fields, really. Right, what I want to do is do one more down here, because I did a shocking job. I did a really shocking job. One more down here. Maybe then I'll drive to the other side, do one more up the other side, because I know that hill's just straight ahead of me there now where I'm looking. That hill causes issues with these helpers. It seems to get stuck quite often, so I might cut straight across in a nice straight line. What are we at there? We're at 1,555 litres from doing this little bit. So that is pretty promising, isn't it? That is pretty promising. Right, so yeah, what I'm going to do here is just cut across like that. That should help. I hope. I do hope. So I hope you enjoyed the final, the series finale, the Halloween special of Roleplay Story Mode. Again, I mentioned it in the Abandoned Farm channel, but I had a bit of lag then. Yeah, the Abandoned Farm Challenge, I mentioned it, but I hope you did enjoy it. If you do watch it, again, roleplay isn't for everyone, is it? But a lot of effort went into that, so I do, anyone who did watch it, I do appreciate it. And yeah, again, I hope it was enjoyable. It's probably more enjoyable for you to watch than it was for me to try and make. That was quite a time-consuming task, that was. Right, so is this going to muck up if I set the AI helper here? Probably, but I'm going to do it anyway. We'll see how he gets on. Right, let's head back to, what is that? Oh, that's the baler. How did the baler end up here? How did that happen? Well, that's going to be a nightmare to get out, isn't it? Brilliant. Right. Anyway, let's get to the shop. Okay, here we are. And I'll tell you what, it would be wrong of me to not try this. So, will it let me throw? No. No, it won't. It's strange sometimes, it doesn't let you throw. Do it this way. I think that's 2 episodes in a row. I've got 1. Oh my gosh. I need to give up doing that, don't I? I need to stop doing that. Okay, right. Oh, this is speedy, isn't it? This has got some good acceleration on it. Whoa. Wow. What a tractor this was for this series. I can't believe I've hardly used it. How fast it is as well. Brilliant. Right. Yeah, grab the trailer. Hopefully this field won't take too long. And then we're going to head down to the bottom. It's all good. Okay, we're here. Now I'm just thinking actually on my little quiet drive back there, what I could probably do, I'll connect this up. But actually I think that harvester, I can't remember now, you know what my memory's like. I think it's got a very good capacity on it. So in theory it should do that whole field without stopping. As long as the helper doesn't have any issues, that is. So what I might do is just leave that here. And turn the engine off, save some fuel. Yeah, I think I might get in the Unimog, the right side, and take some of those apples, because I have been loading them by hand. Again, you know kind of my thoughts on that, my kind of own set rule. So I think I might just load these up onto the trailer. Hopefully, yeah, the trailer doesn't start rolling off. That would be nice. And we'll just sell these in the meantime because it's easy money, isn't it? I mean, we're down to. It's funny saying it on this series. We're down to £145,106. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Now these do let me pick them up, don't they? Yeah. There's no super strength involved with this. No super strength, just slightly unrealistic. Right. Anyway, I know what this trailer's like. What I might do is stack them this way. Yeah, I had some nightmares. Trying to load this trailer was scarier than the Halloween episode, I think. Good, that works, doesn't it? Hey, maybe we can get all of these apples gone, actually. That would be good. Again, a nice money boost right at the end. Now, what's your thoughts on the abandoned farm challenge, anyway? So, I'm kind of thinking, and I need to speak to Snowy, really, to figure out what we want to do, how many more episodes we want to do. I mean, I personally, as a preference, would like to, once FS25's out, I would like to just go for FS25, uninstall this version and just play the new version. So that would essentially put an end to the series straight away, wouldn't it? But I'm not too sure what Snowy wants to do, and actually I don't mind either way. I think the idea of whatever we make, whatever profit we come out with, would be the loan limit for the next series. And I think doing another series is just inevitable, by the way. It's been popular enough to warrant doing another one, and it's been enjoyable, which is kind of the important part, really, isn't it? So yeah, we're definitely going to do a next one. So I think whatever money we make will be the loan limit in the next episode. So really, in a way, it's been short and sweet series, but you still want to win because it'll affect your advantage in the next series. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Neither of us have had the time, the amount of episodes required to really get established. I mean, now I'm only just really at the point where I feel like I can really create like a farming empire now. And having all of that spare money, what I would do if the series was continuing is buy one, maybe 2 more pieces of land, then plough them up, have huge crops going on, probably get even more sheep. I could, the world is my oyster on that series now all of a sudden, but it's just come to an early end, isn't it? There we go, all loaded up, and we can even pick ourselves a fresh apple while we're here. Have a bit of a munch. Lovely. I like how these trees actually show them kind of floating in midair, not actually attached to anything, but they're easy pick apples, apparently. We'll go with that. Right, let's strap this up. Strap up the nightmare trailer. Hopefully we don't have any issues with that today. Oh, I didn't make this overly easy on myself because I drove up. I was being lazy, but it's fine. It's got a relatively good rear windscreen, so I can see roughly. As I say that, I'll probably crash into a tree. Okay, I've got to try and aim this between the obstacles, which I think actually I've done quite well there, considering it was in this view. Look at that for driving. Look at that for driving. The game's about to end, we're about to move on to a new game, and I'm only just becoming good at it. There you go. While I'm here, do I take the eggs with me? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'd rather load the eggs up with a pallet fork. Now, it's just come up in the top corner. Worker has an 80% full grain tank. So, yeah, I need to hurry up and do this, don't I? Let's get these to the shop super fast and then try and get back and unload our worker. Again, I thought he would have been able to finish that field, you know. Maybe I read the capacity wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different harvester. I don't know. Right, I'll meet you back at the shop. Same issue again, wouldn't get over the pavement, even with a smaller load. I know in the last episode, I was going to say potentially I overloaded it. I overloaded it 100%, definitely overloaded it. But even with a reasonable amount, it doesn't get over that pavement. So that's just not my fault. Right, so this should give us a nice little boost. I've not looked at the price. I've not looked to see if the shop is the best price. I'm just trying to clear this now so we can get on with what we need to do. So no idea at all what this is going to raise us. Absolutely no clue. But we're going to find out soon. I mean, it's putting us back over 150, which is good. There we go. I didn't quite get it all in one go, but we just made 6,300-ish from the first lot gone, which is great, isn't it? Again, this is that passive income, isn't it? Those trees were £1,500 each, and we've got 3 of them. So, in theory, this has just paid for the trees. You know, the trees have already been paid for, really, but this is good. This is just pure extra money. So, we won't say no to extra money for not really having to do a lot. In actual fact, I haven't topped them up with water, but for quite, what am I stuck to? For quite some time. What am I stuck to now? Oh, look, the trailer even gets stuck on that little hill. Yeah. I think the the Unimog's quite low on the old hitch at the back there. And I don't think I can raise it either. No, it doesn't let me. Anyway, right, I'm rushing back to the main farm because I need to get in the New Holland and I need to go rescue the AI worker. So I'm going to jump back. I won't park out. I just abandon like I normally do. And then I'll meet you back at the other field in the New Holland and we'll just see how much of a good job that AI worker's done. I don't know. Probably not. It's probably stuck to a bank or something. I'll see you in a minute. Right, what's the damage? What's the damage? Actually, he's not done a bad job. No, he's done okay. I didn't expect him to do very well around the tree, so he got around the tree and continued, which is good. Now, typically though, it's part of the way I can't get to. So we'll temporarily unemploy the worker. So 5,000, hang on a minute, 5,600 litres and it's not even finished. Wow, I was way off. Oh, this trailer has also got a very sensitive fill point. Why is it not letting me empty it? Nothing at all. Come on. Have I got the trailer set up wrong? What is going on here? Okay. Well, I can't explain this. Let me just have a look. I mean, is it set up for silage? I didn't think there was an option. Let's look at it in the main shop menu. I don't normally do this, but I just want to understand what's wrong with it. Bale trailer extension, I'm sure. Extension 50, yeah, that's what we're running. Yeah, that's essentially what we've got, isn't it? Yeah, I don't quite understand why this isn't working. That is a bit annoying. That is very annoying. Okay, right, wow. This trailer has had its moments, even loading up silage. It has had its moments. It is a bit frustrating. And I'll tell you what, look at this. Look, yes, they're leased, but our kind of equipment we're rolling in now needs something better than that, doesn't it? So let's just do it. Let's just do it. Take this to the shop. Let's get a different trailer. I don't know, maybe I'll buy that fancy one I've seen in the used shop. I'm confident now, by the way. We've got 152,160. This main farmland seems to be kind of always on deal, actually. It's for about 320 grand-ish, roughly. I'm pretty confident we can do it. By the time we sell some of our land, and then we sell our farmhouse, because we won't need the farmhouse anymore. We sell the cow barn, because we won't need that anymore. Various other sheds and things at the main plot of land. Then you've got the kind of silage bunker made of straw bales. Yeah, we're in a good place. I'm pretty confident now. I could almost sell everything we have and buy that main farm, you know. I do think so. So I'm not too worried about money anymore. Most of this series has been kind of overly concerned about money. Now I'm not too bothered. Now, where on earth? I bet I've parked over the thing again, haven't I? Hang on a minute. What's going on here? Why is my menu all strange like that? Why is it loading my menu up halfway down? Right. Interactive zone markers. Oh, it's right there. Oh dear. Okay, right, so we're not going to repair, we're not going to repaint, because again, from a realistic point of view, we wouldn't do that, we're just going to sell it. It's worth £1,890, that's not bad, it's okay. It's okay. You don't expect to get the best prices in the world for stuff that's that old, do you? Right, let's have a look now, we'll look from here. What was there in the shop? I seen trailers. 20,000... 37,500 capacity, and it's only 23,000. Okay. I wonder if we just buy that. Do I need a cover? At this moment, no, because the weather's nice. Do I need lubricating grease? Yes. SKF Lincoln. What does that mean? I'm just going to keep it as yes. That's good. We don't need to change the colours. 20,981. Really? That's 18,000 because we've just sold, or 18 or 19,000, something like that. Right, I'm going to buy that, you know. I'm just going to buy it. I'm sure, I hope it said it would transport canola. I think it did. think it did. This wouldn't have even been an option if we didn't have this tractor. Because I'm pretty certain the other tractors would not tow this. Certainly under load. Right, good. Connected all up. Good. Oh wow, even this tractor struggles. Did I not connect something properly? It's almost like, see the back wheels turning at a different speed. It's almost like the brakes are on the trailer. Strange. Maybe it's not compatible. It's only connecting some of the hoses, isn't it? That's worrying. Why is it doing that? I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's load up the helper menu. See if there's anything strange you've got to do to it. Nothing there. Tip side back. Raise crane. Okay, now that's just opening the window of the tractor. Open crane tool. What does that mean? No, that's opening the doors. Okay. Well, that is strange. What happens if I don't connect hoses at all? How bizarre. How bizarre. Okay, right. I think that was a bit of a mod conflict, to be honest. Probably the New Holland's fault, actually. I don't know if it was compatible with that kind of ultra modern trailer. So I've just traded it in. Pretty much worked out like for like. Yes, we've ended up with a lesser trailer, but this is probably the one I was going to buy anyway. And I tell you what, this is right at the end of playing FS22. This is probably, for me, and probably for most, you know, the first trailer we ever bought when this game came out. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest base game trailers, which is actually a pretty damn good trailer. I'm sure it's the first trailer I ever bought. When I started playing this game, this is what I bought. With the extensions, but we don't really need those extensions, not in this series. Cool, there you go. Right at the end of playing, I bought probably one of the first things I bought when I started playing. And that, I mean, that was like maybe 3 years ago, wasn't it? Hasn't time gone fast? Time flies when you're having fun. Talking about time flying, the channel now, when we get to January, apart from the odd few episodes, I think, for the very, very OG followers of the channel, the main kind of attempt and go at YouTube was in January of 2023. Actually, yeah, it was 2023. It's not that long ago, really. So yeah, it will be the 2-year. I hope this starts working now. Maybe I turned the engine off. I mean, it would have been sensible for me if I turned the engine off. Yes. Thank God for that. There we go. Cool. No issues. Yeah, no, two-year anniversary of the channel. Main anniversary of the channel. Like I said, I fiddled with a little bit. I did a little bit to try and learn just before the January. But actually, my first proper video on YouTube was released on my birthday, which is amazing because I'd always remember the day I did my first proper video on YouTube. So yeah, when I tell you it's the 2-year anniversary today in this episode, actually it's probably my birthday as well. There you go. Right, I might as well just finish this myself, and well, had I? Yeah, because I'm only going to have to walk back to the farm. I can't be doing that. Right, so we're down to now 134,872, but we have made a purchase. We have got a decent trailer. Capacity is 12,500. I'm amazed, and I said at the beginning of this episode 3,800 would be nice. How wrong was I? I was way off. Cool. We've like doubled that now. Plus a bit. Ideal. I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. I just don't know what the transfer is of canola into. In fact, I might check that now. Let's lower this down. Try and set myself relatively straight. It's not straight, but it will do as long as I'm quick. Yeah, what's the transfer of canola? 2 canola makes 1 oil. Cool. So, yeah, if we take, I don't know, 8,000 litres down, maybe not quite that much, but we'll end up with 4,000 litres of canola. Still a pretty good turnaround. And I think I did calculate it before, didn't I, in one of the episodes, and it was definitely worthwhile. So that's good. And of course the olive tree in the background is still growing. It is still producing a little bit of stuff, which is good. So yeah, all good so far. Once this field's done, I'm going to get Thierry to drive the harvester down to the next field, which is actually the biggest field that we own. Get that one harvested as well, and then we'll just finish up on the field just next door to where the actual mill is anyway. And I'll see where we're at. I'll see where we're at for timing on an episode, because there won't be a huge amount more to do actually in this particular month in August. That would be it. We're certainly not worrying about replanting fields. It's too late for that. It's too late for planting fields. We're past it. We're past it. 6 days from FS25. Yeah. Right, I think it's time I pop this into a time lapse. You're probably getting fed up with my voice because I've just been mumbling on for the last half an hour, no doubt. So I'm going to jump this into a time lapse. I'm also going to jump it straight down to the next field into a time lapse, and then I'll jump you back in when we are finishing our last little bit. We'll see where we're at. Yeah, should be good. See you in a minute. Okay, here we are, just finishing off this field. Now, it's not done too bad, this field. There was about 300 litres that came off the back of the other field, but actually look, over 4,000 litres of canola from this bit here, which we kind of, well, we made ourselves. This was a plot of trees, wasn't it, at one point in this series? Wow, not bad at all. I think it's fair to say it has transformed quite a lot, actually, this farm, since episode 1, when we didn't even have anything to show for it. Literally nothing, no vehicles, no anything. It's certainly different now. In actual fact, to be honest, when I get to the point in Farming Simulator where, for example, I mean, we've got over £100,000 now, 134, 135 then nearly, if you round it up. When it gets to that point, I start to lose interest. When I'm able to buy a brand new trailer without even having to really consider the money, like I just did a minute ago with the New Holland, which is over there in the distance, if you can see it. Yeah, when it gets to that point, that's the point when I start to lose a little bit of interest, really. So I feel like now this has kind of come to a very good point, really, for me to kind of end this series soon. Maybe one more episode after this one. But yeah, and feel fulfilled, feel like I've done everything I wanted to do. But yeah, I don't like seeing lots of money in the top corner. It's a bit different on the abandoned farm challenge because, I mean, I've still got 50 grand of debt for a start, and we don't own very much, so we haven't really got a lot to show for the money yet. But this series, we've just transformed it, haven't we? It's just so different now, so many different pieces of land, and I can quite confidently say, for 99% of it, other than my little kind of super strength rule for certain things, but for 99% of this series, we've genuinely gone from absolutely zero to, yeah, I mean, this is quite an established farm now, really. I don't think we've done too bad. I wonder how many hours I put into this safe. I might have a look. Yeah, quite a lot. I mean, if I've put, what did I say this was? 72, episode number 72. The majority of them have been from like 40 minutes to an hour, haven't they? And then you add on the actual time playing before I edit it. I mean, there's probably at least 100 hours of gameplay there, and then that much again potentially on editing and uploading. You know, that does take time. It does take quite a lot of time. So yeah, I reckon I probably put 200 hours at least into this series. I reckon probably more. Oh dear. And I'm going to write off the New Holland come the end of it. Be good, wouldn't it? Right, I just want to have a look now, round up what we have achieved today. So in here, materials missing olive oil. I don't understand. How can it be missing olive oil? Okay, what's it missing? What is it missing? It's probably just missing olives, right? Olive oil there. Olives, 0 litres. Is this working? Running. Okay, that's bizarre, isn't it? Distributing. Oh, okay, it's just not. It's not distributed it yet, is it? That's all. Fine. Okay. Right. Anyway, go back to where I was. We have just put in. Bearing in mind, it's probably converted some already, is it? Yeah, it's already converted over 100 litres. There's 21,000 litres worth. So let's say 22,000 litres of canola we have just harvested. Now, if I was to sell that off the field, that would have earned me, here and now, that would have earned me 22 grand, let's say. Let's round it up. 22,000 that would have earned me. Now, given that we are transforming it into oil, let's have a little look. If I can find where it is, there it is. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to sell it anyway. Where are we now? July, August, September. So it's probably going to be like October, November anyway. Almost at its best price. Wow. Yeah. You only get half the oil. So for 22,000 litres of canola, we're going to get 11,000 litres of oil. But 11,000 times 3,500, we're definitely in the money there, aren't we? We're definitely in the money there. Cool. Not quite as much as I thought though, actually, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, I'm still quietly confident. And I feel like we've done good in this episode. We've done okay. I was wondering whether or not I would even bother selling the straw, but actually, yeah, I think I will sell the straw. Because, yeah, I'm not going to get quite as much oil out of that as I thought. So, probably something for the next episode, I would have thought, because this must be coming on a bit now, this one. So, yeah, episode number 73, we're going to do a massive straw bale and sale. The bale and sale episode. But for here and now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully that last time lapse just then wasn't too long. And the music wasn't too bad. Probably was. There's a bit of polka music or something like that. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Until the next episode, cheers and come.